I have been informed that my announcement has been deemed disrespectful.
Listen up, Dwayne, you bald fraud!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the greatest of all time!
Seth Rollins, I'm coming for you, boy. And I'm coming hard.
I am a visionary! I am a revolutionary!
The never seen 17!
Look at you now, boy! Look at you now! 4 letters, 1 word.
Last real champion, John Cena!
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to a post edition of Rasslin with Ryan Hernandez. My name is Mike Andrade, and Ryan, how you feeling, buddy? Tell the world how you feeling about this post edition of the Royal Rumble that just took place right now. We're streaming live. You know, I would say one of the best Royal Rumbles in recent memory, from top to bottom, but it got your hopes up a little bit, didn't you? Just a little bit.
Yeah. You guys know I'm a massive Cena fan, so it's my own fault for expecting him to win. Although it would have been really nice to see him win. Congrats to Jay, but I mean, we all know Jay's just gonna lose another world title match. So
whoa.
But Cena's Cena's gonna win the Elimination Chamber.
Wow.
So.
Wow. A little hurt feelings there? Okay. All right.
At least John Cena eliminated Logan Paul. That made me happy.
That did make you happy.
You can hear me just fine.
Was that?
You can hear me just fine, right?
I can hear you just fine, you jabroni.
Okay.
Podcast started.
Who you calling jabroni, you candy ass?
Shut your mouth, boy, or whoop you like a dog.
I'm gonna whoop your ass like a little bitch.
Oh, this is a family show on YouTube.
It's a
family show.
Like PG show.
PG show, exactly.
I'm like Pat McAfee. I'll swear they'd be like, "Hey, PG."
Hey, look it.
PG
WWE may be on Peacock, the cock,
on the cock, live on the cock, or Netflix if you're not in the U.S.
Exactly. But anyways, welcome to Rasslin with Ryan. Today is a very, very special episode. Ryan, I'm just going to give you the floor.
Yes.
The floor is yours.
What I'm excited about. This episode is dedicated to my hate for people who are currently in the WWE. And yeah, I'm excited about this one because Mike's just going to let me go off on a tirade.
Tirade. So, I can't wait for this. So
yeah.
So
you can give them the premise. You can give them a little bit of an introduction.
So basically, since we're a Rumble, Ryan has this nasty hate in his heart for a few superstars in WWE. Even going back before the Royal Rumble, there's just some nastiness in his heart that he needs to spew out. And today we're gonna understand the reasons why.
Who won the Rumble, Mike?
It's just me, Oos.
No,
They want it. It's just me, Oos. They want it. It's just me, Oos.
No yeet. Yeah, no yeet. No yeet. So that's part of it. I don't hate him right now. I just heavily dislike him at the moment because he eliminated the man who should have won his third Royal Rumble. A man who actually knows how to wrestle. A man who doesn't have 3 moves of doom. A man who's not a Nepo baby.
A Nepo baby?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. So you don't hate Jey Uso. You just strongly dislike him.
Right now I do.
Wow.
But if John Cena gets his main event championship match at WrestleMania, then I'll consider yeeting again.
Then all will be forgiven?
Maybe. I might have to put that away. Nobody cares about that candy ass. Put him away. Put him away.
We'll get to him later.
Nobody cares about The Rock.
We'll get to him later. But so if if John Cena wins the Elimination Chamber, then all is forgiven or no?
No.
Will you consider yeeting again?
Yeah. but it'll take
You
a lot.
consider having some good yeets in you. That's some good yeeting.
I mean, at WrestleMania in Vegas, it'd be pretty hype.
It would be pretty hype. I say
There's going to be a lot of nice, cool entrances at WrestleMania. That's the fun part about WrestleMania is the crowd didn't do it like the whole night.
mm-hmm. They
So
are. They are. So
I will say this though, I will not whoa.
you're not gonna well. Okay,
Nope,
so let's get to Cody Rhodes then. Do you hate Cody Rhodes?
not right now. I mean, if the plan's true that it's going to be John Cena versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania, or sorry, John Cena versus Stardust for the WWE
Wow,
Championship at
Stardust.
WrestleMania. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna whoa. I'm gonna boo Cody. I'm gonna heckle him.
Out the curtain lights to go. Wow. No.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. Uh so um but
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
so
So
if the current plans stand for it to be Cena versus Cody, which I feel like that's probably the
so
direction they're
I
going
think
in.
you're gonna give him the J treatment that you're giving you're giving Jay right now. So if it's Cody versus Cena, then you're gonna give Cody the J treatment.
Yeah, Stardust.
Stardust. Wow. Okay.
Stardust.
Okay.
See, it's already started.
Okay. But let's get into some real nasty hate here. We'll start off with Austin Theory.
I hate that bum. Get that bum
Fuck.
off the television
Fuck.
screen. No, that bum. He wasn't ready for John Cena at WrestleMania 39. He should have lost that match. Cena buried his ass in one promo. It took one promo for John Cena to basically bury his career. One promo. One. And there's like, oh, it's supposed to help. He beat John Cena. He's the next, the future. Where's he been since then? He's been in a jobber tag team with Grayson Waller, doing nothing of relevance. Had one of the worst tag team title reigns in the history of the company.
What
Freaking,
what did Cena say during his promo? That one promo that Cena showed up to work for during their feud.
I said no because you're. I didn't say no because I gave up. I said no to save your ass because you're not ready. And he's like, if you beat me at WrestleMania, you lose everything because you have to come here the night after in front of the most hostile crowd and the most harsh critics. They're after Mania. And he's like, and if you lose everything. And he was right. He beat Cena, but what happened? He lost everything. He's not US champ. He's basically stuck as a jobber. He's going nowhere. They're
Okay.
supposed to turn him face. That ain't gonna happen. Maybe I don't know. I feel like they missed the point to turn him face. I think they missed the opportunity. But I just
At one point, we haven't seen Barbie in a long time, but we saw the chair filled with barbed wire during the spot, and oh my god, yeah, just as brutal.
That was a nasty spot.
The only thing I was looking for,
I loved it though.
the only thing that was missing was thumbtacks. I thought for sure we're gonna get a thumbtack spot, but who knows? What the heck are you doing?
Yeah,
What are you doing?
I'm
You don't
tying my
be this
shoe.
close to your face. I'm sorry, YouTube. What are you doing?
And then we saw.
No, no,
I'm
hold
tying
on.
my shoe, bro.
Why do you have to tie your shoe in the car?
Okay, all right. So we saw. Because I'm gonna go outside after this.
I'm
So.
professional. This guy recording a podcast and he's trying to,
But
and he's all like this.
hey, get that ugly face out of here.
Yeah, that's you. That was you for a second.
All blurry. Yeah, and then your screen's all blurry. What is this? No, but anyway, and then Kevin Owens won the match, which I was actually surprised. I thought Sammy was gonna get the win, but
Yeah,
then we saw
with that Blue Thunder.
went straight to Punk. Punk took him out, and then when it looked like, and then when it was just Punk and Cena, it looked like Punk might have gotten the win, and then Seth stomped him. Cena hit him with the STF. He passed out, and the GOAT wins.
So
and finally gets to main event.
Going back into that, you could tell. Did you see Cena's eyes when Seth hit Punk with the stomp? you look back at Cena, dude, and his eyes, like, they bulge up. Like, he knew this was the moment to take advantage. And to be honest, that is a telltale sign of what we saw, a few minutes later, because the old Cena would have never taken advantage of his opponent like that. The old Cena would have been like, "What the heck, man?" Like, he probably would have waited for his opponent to get up. He wants things to be fair, but this new Cena, the Cena that's desperate for number 17, the Cena that doesn't think he can get it done, because he said it from himself. He said it. The Undertaker's coming again. Here we go. uh, he said it during
Sorry about that,
the
guys.
Netflix on Raw with his promo. He says, "I don't think I can get it done." He doesn't see it happening, so he's
I
desperate.
don't know how much I have left in the tank.
Yeah.
I just don't. 17th World Championship just isn't in the cards.
And then after the Royal Rumble, what does he do? He goes, "What's best for business?" Something the old John Cena would have never done. The old John Cena would have never
Yeah,
put himself into that position. You should have seen the writing on the wall, man. Just like Dwayne. Dwayne does the same things. And now Cena has seen the
we
light.
will talk. We will talk about the ending. Cody Rhodes came out as it confirmed Cody versus Cena for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. The right choice. They were loving it. The Rock came out, and at that moment, we knew like, oh shit, something's going down. But we didn't know what. And then Cody basically told The Rock, "Go fuck yourself," which I
You
was
did tell
shocked
me.
because
Yeah.
he did. Yeah, he did. I was shocked to hear it because I did not think we would hear something like that on WWE television in
Oh,
2025.
I did never. I
You
mean,
know,
but they
and it
said
wasn't and it wasn't censored.
no. AEW got away with it last year. I think Edge told Christian to go fuck himself, and that was a huge deal. Um,
Yeah,
but I never thought we'd see it on WWE programming. But here we are in 2025. Cody
yeah,
Rhodes telling The
and
Rock.
then Cena hype up the crowd. You know, agree that with Cody did it. They hugged, and then
Did you see the
the
look on
most
John
shocking
Cena's
heel
face?
turn,
Yep. And then The
the
Rock
most shocking
foot
heel turn
crash
in history.
with a throat
And
slap.
you could hear the fans when you start to. You could hear the fans, and they're like, "Oh!" And then Cena with the low blow took
Again,
out Cody.
yeah, the old Cena would have never given him a low blow. But this ain't the old John
The
Cena.
old Cena would never sell his. The old Cena would never sell his soul, but this Cena sold his soul.
Now I just pray. I
And
pray
he
to God.
did it.
I pray to the heavenly gods up there, the wrestling gods. Do not, do not, do not give John Cena a shitty new theme song. I'm telling you this right now. I love the heel John Cena.
Let him use. Let him use. What his original heel song was supposed to be back in 2012, a song he recorded.
Yes. Who's the group that does not CEO? What's the group that does the
Def Rebel.
do
Def
not
Rebel.
do not I
Do
swear
not
to God.
Def Rebel. Do not Def Rebel. By
John
Cena.
Cena.
Please don't. Please don't. Please, yeah, please don't. But yeah,
This is
no,
not
the
Finn
Cena heel
Balor right
turn.
here, okay?
Yeah, but yeah, the Cena heel turn, a complete shock.
Oh, here comes the Undertaker.
A complete shock. I loved it. You know, Cena's my goat. He's my boy. I love all my
Yep.
no matter what. So I'm loving heel Cena. I'm all for heel Cena. You know, I've been wanting a heel Cena.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that
Yeet.
he's doing it with The Rock, but it's okay. I
Yeet.
love heel Cena.
Yeet.
I think it's great.
Yeet.
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 Yes,
Now
and
you're
I will
back to the
say
whole
now, my hate for Jay, my hate for Jay Uso is gone now.
now you're
Since
hitting
Cena won the chamber.
now
But
you're
now it's fuck Cody Rhodes. Fuck Cody Rhodes.
this is a family show. But
I'm doing what Cody Rhodes did to The Rock.
oh my gosh. Wow.
There will be no woeing at WrestleMania.
Who knows? I mean, look, what?
Because the American dream died tonight. It died.
Yeet. I don't know what else to say, but
Do you feel?
what
Do
a
you
great
feel,
segment.
do you feel me, sir?
I feel you. But what a great segment. What a great pay-per-view. Honestly, probably the most shocking thing in WWE history in the last 20-ish years, I would say. John Cena has never, I'll tell you this, we're going to witness history. John Cena has never, ever been a heel at WrestleMania. Never. And we're going to see John Cena as a heel. So the only question now
Yeah,
is
he's never had a WrestleMania match as a heel. He's been to WrestleMania as a heel, but never a match as a
now,
heel.
now is this a night two main event?
Has to be now. Now that you have a heel Cena against
Yeah.
the face Cody Rhodes, which I think is shocking in itself because people are all under the assumption like, oh, we're gonna get a heel Cody versus babyface Cena. You know, the typical thing
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, Cena overcomes like the heel, but now it's a role reversal. It's like, no, Cena's the bad guy now. And
Yeah.
I'm curious to see because we haven't seen him much, but I'm curious to see if now we're going to see Cena more and for more of his appearances now that he's a heel.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Exactly.
is crazy to say that in the year 2025, John Cena is a heel. Never thought that sentence would come out of my
I
mouth.
never thought we'd see it. I never thought it would be anything that would be possible in WWE. Vince McMahon
Vince would never. Vince would never.
we came this close in 2012, and then Vince got cold feet and nixed the whole idea. But here we are, 13 years later, and John Cena with The Rock is a heel. I throw my hands up to this one. I never saw it coming. Really,
Yeah.
I
Yeah, and I'm curious to see how long this heel run lasts.
me
You
too.
know, like I'm not. It's definitely not going to last the rest of his retirement tour because I definitely think he's going to retire. You know, as you know the good guy that we know him and love him as.
Hmm.
But I wouldn't be surprised if we see him as the heel through at least SummerSlam.
We're gonna see The Rock. I already know how this is gonna play. We're gonna see The Rock try to take advantage of John Cena now. We're gonna see The Rock, get under Cena's skin, and little by little, it's gonna be the build to Cena,
Cena
turning
versus
on the Rock.
Rock 3.
No, just turning on The
Cena versus
Rock.
Rock 3.
No, that's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Hey, everybody. Hey, people thought Cena would never turn heel. Look what happened. Look what happened tonight.
Hey, you're right. But
Never say never.
I don't think Dwayne wants to get in the ring. That's all. Fair enough.
It doesn't matter what you think.
And with that, we're gonna. No, but what a great
I never sought your opinion. Yes, no, what a great PLE from top to bottom. I loved it. I was into it the entire time. You know how happy I was when Cena won the match, and then I was even happier when we saw him turn heel because I've been wanting to heel Cena.
Exactly.
And I never thought we would get it.
Yeah, and so here we are.
And now it makes me wonder what's his merch going to look like now that he's a bad guy.
I just told you that I barely realized that he was changing his colors for every city he was in.
Yeah.
So what does this do? What does this do? I don't know.
He's still going to come out in the jorts and all that.
Maybe. Maybe.
But
Maybe not.
It's crazy to think. Last year, John Cena helped Cody Rhodes win the WWE Championship. He had a face off with The Rock. Almost 1 year later,
Yeah.
he betrayed Cody Rhodes and teamed with The Rock.
Insane to think about. Insane to think about. But we'll leave it at that, guys. I want to say thank you for tuning into our podcast. Hey, Ryan, any last words before we hang this one up?
Yeah, you can't see me. Heel Cena's here. The GOAT is here. He's winning number 17.
I don't think he is winning number 17 at WrestleMania. But anything's
Did I
possible.
ask for your opinion? You're getting heel Ryan now.
The only thing
Getting heel Ryan now.
need to know that today's podcast is being sponsored by Doublegate. It's actually not being sponsored. We're not sponsored, but this is my favorite popcorn, and it came in today in the mail. And this is so good. I'm gonna eat this probably tomorrow. We'll see.
It's blurry. We can't see it. It's blurry.
Exactly. You're not allowed to see it, but it's my favorite popcorn. Double good. It's a free sponsorship for them.
But yeah, you have the best in the world. I have the GOAT.
Exactly.
I love my GOAT, even a heel GOAT, and I'm with him all the way.
Now we'll see. Does he come out in a suit on Monday Night Raw? We'll see.
I'm just ready to see where heel Cena goes. I'm ready to see heel Cena whoop Stardust.
Oh no. Oh no, not gonna
He
happen.
he gonna whoop Stardust.
But now John Cena's a heel. Does John Cena like run away from the babyface? You know what heels do? They squirm, they run away. You know, they get out of the ring whenever, they start getting overwhelmed. Does John Cena?
It'll be interesting to see.
But did he quit on the WWE Universe? The guy
No.
that has never say quit.
He bought it. He bought in. He bought in. Okay, because he knows what's cooking.
Oh, now,
He knows what's
oh
best for business.
Get out of here!
What's best for business?
Get out of
What's
here!
best for business?
Get out of here!
No.
Get out of here!
I ain't talking about The Rock. I still hate The Rock. No, fuck The Rock. The Rock still sucks. Cena better. I can't wait till Cena whoops The Rock's ass too after all this is over.
Let me tell you something. You've been talking so much crap about The Rock.
Hmm?
You've been talking so much crap about The Rock. I'm sorry. Anyways.
Lately, he just hasn't been very oozy.
What's up, everybody? And straight looking like a Ken doll with his eyebrows done, a fresh shave, a haircut, his pubes trimmed. It's Rasslin with Ryan.
Yeah, what's up,
Going,
you
man.
idiots? Yeah,
Whoa,
what's up,
whoa,
you
whoa.
idiots?
Whoa. No. You don't call our audience idiots. Get out of here.
You shut your mouth, fat boy. Because your time is finally up, and my time is finally now.
Look at man, I'm not that fat kid in the audience. Like John Cena pointed out. Okay. All right, got that. But anyways,
You're a toxic, abusive relationship.
I've had enough of you. I've had enough of you.
Done.
That's Wrestling with Ryan.
You're
Next
done.
week will be the Mike Andrade
Done.
Wrestling podcast.
Done. No, I'm just playing.
What are we
No,
talking about today?
We are talking about, we're going to do one Monday Night Raw recap or Monday noon recap since it was,
Yeah.
since it was on at noon for us. But then we're also going to talk about John Cena's first heel promo
Yeah.
and how much I loved it and how he spoke nothing but facts.
Yeah, he did. What a great promo it was, honestly. Just as
And
let's get into it.
Yeah. So
Cena comes out. We had speculated over the past couple weeks. Is he going to change his music? Is he going to have a brand new look? Is he going to come out in the suit looking like the Miz? We didn't know.
and the ultimate heel move, he changed nothing.
Yeah.
Same song, same look. And people are like, oh, I can't take him serious. No, that's the real heel move because he knows we all want him to change his music and his look. So he's pulling the ultimate heel move by not giving them anything.
Yeah. So Cena gets into it. Cena gets into, what does he say, Ryan? That we're all sons of bitches. That we're all idiots.
Not one of you sons of bitches asked me how I feel.
But Cena getting into it,
You just like me, I'm just like all you idiots.
It really explained that he really explained, there's still a lot left on the table, to be honest. But what he did get into was how the fans have treated him over the past 20 years.
Yeah, and I know you're gonna have people who are like, oh, this was a generic heel promo. It's like, boo, you people turn on me. Yeah, but the only difference is for Cena, it was actually justified. Like, it actually made sense for him to go off on the crowd for how badly they've treated him over the last 25 years. I know it's just like the generic, oh yeah, the heel promo. All of a sudden it's like, oh, it's all your guys' fault. I'm a bad guy now. Blah blah blah. But with Cena, it's different
because it's like it's almost like this wasn't John Cena, the character, the wrestler talking. It's almost like this was John Cena, the man, the human being talking.
Now, what I got from it was, back in 2012 when Cena was facing The Rock for the first time, they were this close to making John Cena a heel.
Oh yeah, it had
McMahon,
he already had a new song ready. He had a
yeah,
new gear. He was ready. He was all in
McMahon,
on the turn.
yeah, Vince got cold feet and didn't want to do it because of the Make-A-Wish stuff, and then the T-shirt sales and all that. I think this promo probably would have fit better 12 years ago or whatever that was, 15, I can't remember. Um, be talking about because what Cena really laid into was that, he changed who he was for the fans to like him, and it worked for a little bit. But then the fans started turning on him again. Nowadays, the fans haven't really booed John Cena in quite a amount of time. I mean, really, since John Cena, I mean, you have to go all the way back to,
Pretty much since he became a part timer,
yeah, you have to go back.
he hasn't been universally booed.
Right, you have to go back 10 years or so where he was like, where fans were still doing the "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks"
Yeah,
chants.
you want to know, even when he was still a full timer, even when he was doing the U.S. Open Challenge, they weren't doing the Cena sucks chants.
It was all positive. It was all
And that's because that's when Cena was in his bag. Like he was just, putting on classics like week in and week out. Like,
yeah.
like he basically made it where like he's like basically telling the fans like, oh, okay, you guys think I only have 5 minute moves? All right, watch this, and boom, he pulled out like new moves that we hadn't seen him do before.
Well, yeah, but the fans really over the last several years have really taken a liking to Cena, especially when he comes back. Look
It's
at
the
Money in
hard
the Bank 2021. Look at the massive pop that he got there.
you could barely hear his music.
Exactly. Look at when he came back at Money in the Bank in England.
2023.
Yeah,
Yeah.
massive pop.
They were singing a song, which
So the
even he was
fans, yes.
surprised.
So the
Because
fans have relatively, cheered John Cena. I mean, maybe there's a couple people booing him, but there hasn't been people booing. But what Cena was referring to, and I think it would have fit better back then, was the people being hot and cold about him. But what I did like about Cena's promo was he's talking about guys like Ryan, the supporters that just take, and they don't cheer for him. They don't cheer. They steal from him. You steal from him, Ryan.
I know
Every single day you steal from him.
I cheer for him. I've never
You
spoken one
steal from
bad
him.
word about
Those
that
are.
man.
Let's go back. Let's rewind the tape. Those are Cena's
I've
words.
never spoken one bad word
No,
about
no, no,
that.
no, no, no. That's not what Cena's talking about. That's not what Cena's talking about. What Cena's talking about is the fans like you, Ryan, that support him, that are diehard for him, but you steal him. You wear the hustle, loyalty, and respect. He lives by it.
I live it. Yeah, I also live it.
You buy it. You buy the t-shirt. He lives it.
Yeah, but then he talks about the people like you, the Cena sucks people, because you guys are fickle. You
Bro,
guys are idiots. You guys are awful. You're hurtful.
he's a human being, God damn it.
Yeah, he's not a baby face. He's not a heel. He's a
That
fucking human being.
you know where he got that from?
Oh my god. This guy. He's so full of himself. He has a big ego just like The Rock. He has to. Bro, stop with that. Those fake goosebumps. Fake goosebumps. God. Alright, anyways.
Finally!
Enough of him.
Mike has come back to Wrestling with Ryan.
Your final boss happened, and then maybe he does take a long extended break. Who knows? Maybe he does go to AEW. Maybe not.
That's another what if I want to talk about.
Okay, you want to talk about it right now?
Yeah, we could.
All right.
What if what if Cody Rhodes never left originally? Like
Oh,
kind of
2015.
It's kind of like a two-parter. Like what if Cody Rhodes never left WWE in 2015?
Mm-hmm.
And like what if Cody Rhodes like eventually became Cody Rhodes again and wasn't Stardust anymore.
Right.
That paves the way. It's like, would AEW have been a thing?
Right.
Would Cody have been as big of a name as he is now?
That's a good question. That's a really good question. So Cody Rhodes is Stardust in 2015. That leads to him leaving WWE. Let's say he doesn't leave and he's continuing to be Stardust. I think honestly he probably is in the mid card for a lot, for a bit longer. And I think there has to be some kind of change there. I think he goes to Vince McMahon and he just refuses to do the Stardust character at some point. He probably does it for like maybe the year's end or maybe like another whole year after that. But at some point he has to transform back into Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, and that was the whole thing of why he wanted to leave, because he was telling Vince and everybody else that he wanted to go back to being Cody.
Right.
He was done being Stardust, but they kept saying no. Stardust is your role, it's your character, and so that's part of the reason why Cody left when he did.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So, him leaving, he did I think he did Ring of Honor, he did the Indies, he did TNA, We probably will see him going back to Cody Rhodes in WWE if he doesn't leave. But I can't see him being the world champion like he is now, like the man. Like I cannot picture that happening.
Well, he's not the world champion right now, because the world champion
Oh God
is the greatest of all time.
We're just gonna fast forward this.
We're
just gonna fast forward this moment.
Yeah, he is the last real champion.
Okay, take kayfabe out of it.
Stardust ain't ever touching that title again.
This guy. But Cody is the man right now. Cody
was.
Shut up.
Was.
Okay, realistically, he is the man right now.
Nah.
Can you stop? Can you just get out of kayfabe for a second?
What's kayfabe?
Oh my God. Whatever.
No. I don't think Cody would be as big of a name as he is now if he had stayed.
Yeah. I can't see him being a main eventer like he is now. Like Cody is the man in WWE. There's no doubt about it. Shut up. Gosh.
This guy.
Cody,
get a load of this guy.
Okay, so Cody comes back and obviously he goes to AEW or starts AEW in 2019 and then comes back in 2022 and he basically is neck and neck with Roman Reigns and has overtaken Roman Reigns as the man in WWE. But yeah, if he stays in WWE in 2015, I see him transforming back to Cody Rhodes. He probably has a little bit of more of a push as like a bad guy, but honestly, I don't see it happening as him as like the man like he is now.
But yeah, and it leaves the way is like, would AEW exist? Like, what if AEW just like never became more than just an idea?
Right. I mean, does it go without Cody Rhodes? I don't think so. Tony Khan probably still has an idea to start, and they probably do start something, but not as big as AEW was when it started. And certainly it's not what it is today. Yeah, Cody was the engine behind AEW, in the beginning. CM Punk was the engine behind it, the years he was there, and now it's being led by a much, different group. But it's I can't see AEW taking off the way they have, especially because Cody's relationship with the Young Bucks and their involvement in all that. So I don't know. Yeah.
Lately, he just hasn't been.
If you smell what your final boss Mike is cooking.
Hi fans, I'm breaking the fourth wall here. Ha ha!
Wow. Welcome everybody to Rasslin with Ryan. Of course, your host, Ryan, and I'm Mike. Ryan, man. Look, man, you got to get yourself a pair of these Meta Ray-Bans because you're going to start looking like the final boss, The Rock.
I don't want to look like my final boss.
You don't want to look like your final boss?
Because he's not my final boss. He's your final boss, but he's not mine.
I'm surprised. You still are wearing one of his T-shirts. I can see it's Rise Above Hate. Which is funny because he still has the Rise Above Hate on his hat, even though he's being hateful towards the crowd right now. But it might not last that much longer. as we saw.
He is starting to change.
As we saw from the crowd reaction last night in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And also, did you see today how much he was acting like a babyface at
Fanatics Fest?
Fanatics?
Yes.
Looked like babyface John Cena to me. I'm just saying. But anyways, Ryan, man. All right, I know what you want to talk about. Let's get into it. Friday Night SmackDown last night. All right, it was a nothing show, to be honest. It was a really nothing show besides maybe the Jacob Fatu segment that set up the U.S. title match. But what everyone is talking about is the John Cena pipe bomb.
Pipe bomb 2.0.
Pipe bomb. Talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
How'd you feel from it?
So there were rumors rumbling when they confirmed that we're gonna get R-Truth versus Cena, and we're seeing how close we were to the 14-year anniversary of the OG pipe bomb, and so they're speculating like, oh my god, are they gonna do it like a pipe bomb? Is like Punk gonna drop another one, or is Cena gonna do it?
Which is why John Cena stayed quiet 2 nights, or well, was not this past Raw, but 2 Raws ago.
Yeah, and so when he pulled out the table, I knew. I was just like, oh my god. I was like, oh my god, he's gonna do it. I was like, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
And
he sat down
as we saw Punk lay in his most uncomfortable.
That's where he forgot his line for a second. I think he forgot his line because he paused right there, and then he had to improvise for a sec.
But as we saw CM Punk lay there, his most uncomfortable.
Okay, let's talk about that for a second. We'll talk about the promo, which is, I agree, is one of his best. But can we talk about the ridiculousness of CM Punk just laying there for like a whole 10 minutes, just taking a nap?
I mean, Cena did the same
thing. He was taking a nap. I mean, at least in the original pipe bomb, at least like CM Punk was far away enough where we couldn't really see John Cena until they panned back to him. In this situation, John Cena was right there, and they were shooting CM Punk the entire time. Just why would it make sense for him to just lay there, just with his eyes closed, looked like he was taking a nap? To be honest, I thought I saw him snoring. I thought you agree, right? Like, it's pretty ridiculous for him to just lay there like that. At least like have him wake up, and then I can get it. Like if he wakes up and he's just like looking at Cena, like okay, then I can, that could make sense. But the fact that he was just like laying there and just like pretending to sleep, like that's crazy.
I mean, yeah, that was a bit ridiculous, but I think the whole pipe bomb promo itself, like kind of, was able to look that.
I mean, it is the talk of the town tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I like lost. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I was like tuned in. I was like, oh my god. I was like, is he really gonna do it? Is he really gonna do it?
Exactly.
And my favorite line from it was, there is one thing you're better at than I am. You're the best bullshitter in the world.
Yeah.
It's the fact they didn't censor that part either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's just like, you're the best bullshitter in the world.
No,
kiddos. John Cena just dropped a curse word.
Yeah. I like that. The one thing that I really appreciate in this kind of mini feud that they've been having is that John Cena has been calling CM Punk out on him being a hypocrite. It started with John Cena saying, "Okay, you want a chance at the title? You want a chance at the title? It's not going to happen here in Phoenix. You're going to have to follow me to Saudi Arabia." And everyone knows about. They didn't mention it, but everyone knows about the tweets from several years back when John Cena called The Miz a blood go suck a blood.
Punk called The Miz, yeah.
Yeah, you know what exactly what what CM Punk said. So the fact that John Cena's calling him out for being a hypocrite, and now in this promo is saying, "Look, dude, you're not the anti-establishment anymore. You know, you're not against TKO. You're Mr. TKO.
And then he said, he's like, your tweets are strong, but your actions are weak.
Yeah. I mean, look at John Cena's not wrong in this. Look who dresses in a suit now. You know, look who dresses in a suit. As much as I love CM Punk, look, that was not CM Punk from 10, 12, 15 years ago. You know, CM Punk dresses in suits. He looks nice. He's Mr. TKO. He's Mr. Corporate. You know, he's not a punk. He's corporate anymore. He is the establishment. He's a million.
Capitalist.
Exactly. He's a capitalist. He's not scratching.
Not the voice of the voiceless. He's a freaking millionaire.
Yeah, exactly. And so I love that they're pointing that out in this. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, and the fact that I got to give it to the Grand Rapids crowd. They were actually a pretty good crowd throughout the night, but they were like eating up the promo. Cena got the crowd behind him so fast.
Oh yeah.
So fast, especially against a fan favorite like CM Punk. That's not easy to do.
No, it's not because, like you said,
not that he got the crowd to turn against Punk, but the fact that he basically got the ones who were cheering and singing for CM Punk, he got them to chant his name instead.
Yeah,
that's not easy to do with a guy like CM Punk.
All right, like look at the feud that Punk had with Seth. Seth was a babyface still, but who got the majority of the cheers?
Punk.
Punk did, you know. But in this case, John Cena is the heel. But that crowd in Grand Rapids last night, they ate it up. And by the point, they played John Cena's theme song at the end of it. And if you did not know that John Cena was a heel,
you would think, oh, this guy's the biggest baby face in the company.
Yeah, exactly. Now look, I'm not going to sit here and say that this promo is better than the original Pipe Bomb, and I don't think anybody's going to view it that way. But I will give John Cena credit, man. This is probably the best promo of definitely his later run, of his, not only this retirement tour, but probably the best John Cena promo in many, many, many years.
Probably since his promo against Roman.
Yeah, exactly. The promo against Roman, because it felt real.
I mean, he's had good promos. You're not saying that like, oh, all his promos are bad. No, he's had good promos, but
I mean, look at what he did to Austin Theory. He dressed Austin Theory down. Yeah, and so Hogan responsible for the boom period of wrestling in the 1980s, and then Hogan was responsible for the NWO for the 90s boom of wrestling, because wrestling was down. And it wasn't until 96 that's when the boom just started with the NWO and WCW, and they were red hot for about 2 years.
They were. I mean, the Monday Night Wars, what was it, 82 weeks in a row?
They beat WWE in the ratings. And look,
weeks in a row.
WCW was the top dog for about 2.5 years there. Vince, the WWF, their ratings were declining, and they were just stuck. Yeah, they had the new generation going on, but they were
kind of stuck in limbo.
They were stuck in limbo because they were making money, but they weren't making great money. And in fact, it got to a point where Vince McMahon in early 1997, they were considering bankruptcy. But because the NWO was kicking their ass, Vince had to switch directions. He had to switch directions, and he had to say, if they're going to go in this direction, we have to go all the way with it. And then that creates the Attitude Era. Without Hulk Hogan creating the NWO and WCW,
you wouldn't have the Attitude Era.
You won't have the Attitude. Like I look at it this way: the NWO in '96 made way for a guy like Stone Cold to take off the way he did in WWE, because look at the Attitude Era and Stone Cold were just hand in hand. He could do whatever he wanted, and it boomed. But that wasn't gonna happen if Hogan didn't go dark in WCW in order to light the fire under Vince McMahon and create this new era in WWE history.
Yeah, and it just like you said, if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, who helped pave the way for all these things, wrestling wouldn't be what it is today. And who knows if there would even be a WWE today?
I honestly don't think there would be WWE. I mean, you got to look at it in two parts, right? Without the '80s boom, the WWF doesn't go national, and they just stay a mid-tier, mid-region product. And then in the '90s, if WCW doesn't take off the way they did, the
Yeah.
WWF probably goes bankrupt. And it's hard to imagine there would be WWE the way it is in 2025 without Hulk Hogan's impact. Look, he had the racial stuff that should have never happened from stemming from his daughter dating a black guy, and then he had this weird like sex tape stuff, and like I don't want to ever get into that, but like,
Yeah.
and he spent many years just lying. Like there's YouTube videos. Go on YouTube. If you've never seen the list of Hulk Hogan lies, you have to do yourself a favor
But
because
what
this man,
one of the biggest lies, I think you've seen it. He says, "Oh yeah, I won't wrestle 400 days in a year because of my travel between the
yeah,
U.S. and Japan." It's like, dude, there's only 365 days in a year. It
yeah,
doesn't matter your travel.
yeah, exactly. And so he spent many years trying to rewrite his own history, like, and it's so obvious that he
He
was
was he was downplaying everybody else's history to
yes,
basically hype himself up more
and he would just
than
flat
what
out like
he
make
actually
things up.
was.
Yeah, it's like flat out make things up. And then I think what kind of was a tip on the iceberg was the Trump stuff from last year. And
You
Trump
know,
is,
speaking at the national convention,
yeah, and
yeah.
not like, you're not a horrible person if you are a Trump
Yeah,
supporter.
not a word.
Like, and there's many wrestlers that,
You can support who you support. You know, it's
yeah,
all
right.
like
But I
it is what
think,
it is.
yeah, I think, well, look at the Undertaker. Undertaker's, he supports Trump, but Undertaker's not getting booed like
No,
Hulk Hogan was.
because the Undertaker hasn't done stuff like okay. Well, I mean, maybe
Right.
he has, but nothing's
Well,
ever
yeah.
public. And the thing
Yeah,
is, with Undertaker, he is highly respected by
exactly.
everybody in the locker room, all the fans, even when Vince was still there, even Triple H. They're like, no, if you're talking about a true locker room leader, the Undertaker. That
Exactly.
that is the embodiment of a locker room leader.
And you look at,
We're not here to compare like, oh, Mark Calloway and Terry Bollea. No, we're just saying like, you could have like controversial views, but still be like a
yes.
respected
Right.
individual.
But I think like because of like the other things from the past, him being on that side, I think the people that are very much like radical against, the whole right wing,
Yeah, like
or
all
like
the
they're
political
going to
stuff.
use that to like just pile on, rightly or wrongly,
Yeah,
they're
and
going to use that to pile on.
like I said, we're not here to get political. We're not here to debate about
Right.
that. We're just simply going over like how people view things a certain way.
Right. And I think it's just he spent the later half of his life really just in hot water and then just kind of just making things worse for
It was
himself.
kind yeah, it hit pretty much like the latter, like
Yeah.
his post.
I'll say this. We don't have to get into the entire complexity
Yeah,
of what happened with Brock because everyone knows it's well documented. Him being in the Vince scandal,
yeah.
the lawsuit against Janelle Grant, all of it. We don't have to get into that.
It's
But
it's
I will say this: Brock Lesnar being back, it not only made shock television, it's good for TV. It's viewership, it's business. It's the wrestling
and
business.
he plays a crucial role in John Cena's career. He's one of John Cena's
Yeah.
best rivals.
Like I'm positive John Cena had a role in asking
He
for
had a say in this.
yeah. Like I'm
I'm not gonna say he for sure is like, no, I want Brock or I want to like he probably just at least suggested be like, if it's possible, it would be nice if Brock and I could go at it one more time.
yeah. Let's see kind of see where
Ultimately,
it's
it's
at. Yeah.
TKO's decision, WWE's decision, and you got to look at it this way: if there were really serious issues against Brock, he wouldn't have been brought back. I guarantee you, TKO, WWE, like any legal parties, I'm pretty sure they looked into
Well,
it,
look, yeah.
probably talked to people, and they were probably given the go ahead. Like, yes, he's cleared, or he's at a point where
Look,
there's no real concern.
there
He
there
can go back.
was there was serious issues. It comes to a point where it's like, okay, are these things actively going on?
Yeah.
If
See,
not,
and then people are like, oh, well, if Brock can come back, so can Vince. No,
that's not
Vince
true.
won't come back. It's different with Vince. Vince actually acted upon these things.
Well, Vince was the perpetrator
to
in
back it up. Yes.
Yes.
There,
Exactly.
even in court, there is a lack of evidence against Brock. That's another thing too.
Right. And so look, Brock being back, it's good for TV. It's good for YouTube. It's obviously people click on the videos. It's
Yeah,
good for business, right?
and
And so,
it's the most socially viewed SummerSlam clip ever.
yeah, I can see that happening too against a young guy like Jacob Fatu or Braun Breaker. That's
Yeah.
the opponent. But yeah, good. Brock Lesnar's back. Controversial, yes, but I think it's like you can have a guy like Brock Lesnar on TV. It's good for business. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's now talk about World Wrestling Greederation, WW Greed.
Yeah. It was just announced this morning that ESPN and WWE struck a deal. So starting next year, all WWE PLEs will be streaming on ESPN's service. So I mean, for me, it's like it's whatever. I'm a WWE fan, so it's like I'll either pay for it or I'll find another way to watch it. But I know you're not a fan of it, so just
Yeah.
go ahead, go off, tell the people how you really feel.
Look, it just goes in line with everything that TKO has done since they've taken over. They've owned WWE. Look, the pricing out. We can talk about the pricing out their fans with the live events. They don't even do what you call house shows anymore.
They do house shows, but not
very
as frequently as they used to.
Let's
They
talk about
do like the holiday tour and like WrestleMania tour.
Right. But let's talk about WrestleMania. Let's talk about how ungodly expensive WrestleMania was this year for even one person to go. It cost about $900 for my night 2 ticket. It cost about $400 for my night 1 ticket. It was in Las Vegas, which means it was exponentially expensive to stay there.
I mean, you knew it was going to be a little more pricier because it's Las Vegas.
But still, they're going back next year. Why? Because
your final boss screwed up.
It's not the well. Look, he is the the chairman of the board there.
And then he's the one that announced they'd be in New Orleans. So yeah, so this is all the boss's fault. It's all his fault, Mike.
I love WWE. I have grown up. I've been a WWE wrestling fan since I was 4 or 5 years old, watching it. I remember watching my first wrestling memory is SummerSlam in 1994, The Undertaker versus The Undertaker. I remember the pizza boxes that we ordered had was Domino's and it had SummerSlam on the pizza boxes.
Damn.
That's like I was like 4 years old or 3 years old.
For being 4 years old and remembering that's pretty good,
dude. I remember like we ordered Domino's and it had WWF SummerSlam on the pizza boxes. And
that's right. I remember there was a time where like the big like food chains would advertise like wrestling, whether it's like a show or a match. I remember that time.
But I love wrestling. I love WWE. I'll never stop being a WWE fan. I'll tell you this much. But it is so hard to now as an adult to look at what they're doing and be supportive of it because they have priced out their fans so ridiculously much where it's hard for one individual to buy a ticket. We're talking about going to Survivor Series and it's like, geez, like, now
I'm already going. I already got my ticket.
You already got your ticket, but like I have to spend like probably $300 on that ticket. You know what I mean? Like you already spent probably $300 on yours.
No, I spent 206.
Okay, well 200. All right, that's
which I know it seems a little high, but if you look at it, it's not that bad.
It's not too bad compared to WrestleMania. TKO now, the greed that is WWE now. I mean, we could talk about the reasoning why choosing Saudi Arabia. It's all about the top dollar, right? Saudi Arabia is going to pay the most money to get WrestleMania. They're going to outbid every other country out there. They're going to outbid every other city who's going to want to pay for a WrestleMania, like a London. And stateside's included. They're going to outbid everybody. But that just goes to show the greed that is WWE greed now. World Wrestling Greederation, TKO. It's all about what they can make.
Yeah, and speaking more on said greed, the GOAT, they moved his last match from Boston to DC because DC bidded more, and that pissed me off because it's like Boston, that's his home. You gotta let him retire in his home. But the fact that Boston's not giving us enough money, so you're gonna have your last match here in Washington DC. Like, he has no connection to Washington DC, and of all places, why DC? Mm-hmm. They rarely go there.
Yeah, it's about who can give them the most money. I mean, look at the ticket sales right now. The ticket sales are absolutely out of control. There was reports from, I forget who reported it, but they're basically saying that Vince McMahon was pricing tickets so he wouldn't outprice families out of coming to shows. TKO, ever since they have bought in WWE, they have increased the prices every single year. It's gotten to a point now where the average fan, you and I, it's getting harder and harder to come to these shows.
And the crazy thing is like, these fans still buy it, they're still selling out shows. And I know the fans are outrageous about it, but like, if they really want to make a statement, they gotta stop buying tickets. Because then maybe if they see they're not selling tickets, maybe they'd be like, okay, maybe we need to drop the price down a little bit.
Well, I think they did drop the price down for WrestlePalooza, but that's only the nosebleed seats because they weren't selling out as much as they could, I believe. I think that was for WrestlePalooza. I could be wrong. But if it comes to shows where they're selling out, they're only going to increase those prices. And it's only going to get worse and worse. I mean, it's going to come to a point now where the average fan is unable to come to these shows, and you got to think, the viewing audience that comes to these shows are going to be much, much different now. No longer are you going to be able to bring a family of 2, 3, 4. Those days are gone for the average fans. It's going to be a much, much different person that's going to be able to come and afford to be able to come to these shows. And I think over the next couple of years, you're going to be able to see the difference in the crowds. And those loud, massive crowds that you see, in different countries, like the ones that we got in Paris, France. They're in France this past for the past pay-per-view.
That'll be like his last big win.
You think he's going to wrestle Brock?
Yeah.
At WrestlePalooza?
Yeah, I think that's going to headline the show.
Yeah,
I think I should go.
Yeah, you should. You really should.
It's going to be the main event, and the rumors say it's going to be a last man standing.
Brock, I think tickets just became available.
Dude, if you want sit on the floor, you can get it at a nice price of $6,000.
Not a chance in hell.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, I didn't go to Royal Rumble because they were charging a couple $100 for nosebleeds. I was like, fuck you guys.
Exactly. Those TKO prices are ridiculous, as I like to call it now.
Because they're using I'm not using this as an excuse by all means, because I'll say yes, the ticket prices are absurd. But I know a big part of it is because TKO is tremendously in debt.
No,
and it sucks because they're using like WWE as like their scapegoat, and they're like.
But those tickets are not going to come down once they are out of debt. They're just going to keep going up.
I don't think TKO is in debt, man. They just made a $7 billion deal with the UFC.
Yeah,
and then WWE just made another extra billions of dollars, and those guys are killing it.
Yeah, dude, and they're not debt, and it's no longer WWE. It's WWE greed. It's World Wrestling Greederation.
And the one thing I told you, and you can attest to this, Mike, is even though the prices are insane, fans are still gonna pay.
Oh my gosh! All right, whose pick is it? It's my pick.
The GOAT, John Cena and AJ Styles, giving us a classic.
Oh my gosh! Who would have thought? At the beginning of this year when John Cena turned heel, the narrative around Cena was that he was washed. That his best matches were behind him. He couldn't hack it in the ring anymore. But ever since he's turned babyface, I mean, the guy has not had a bad match whatsoever. I mean, ever since probably WrestleMania this past year, I feel like he hasn't had a bad match. I mean,
yeah, because even his matches at Backlash and Night of Champions, like, I mean, of course they weren't like all timers, but like those were good, solid matches.
right. He had one match with R-Truth that obviously, like, you know, it was not going to be a banger. But besides that R-Truth match on Saturday Night's Main Event a couple months ago, I mean, John Cena has put out, and I'm going to quote Sheamus here, banger after banger after banger after banger.
Yeah, no, you can tell he's been going all out, and that match at WrestlePalooza never happened. That match did not happen.
Right. Well, you know, I would say that's probably been, since the match with R-Truth, probably been, you know, the second worst of his run here. Besides that WrestleMania match too. But man, John Cena, I felt like I talked with you about this off the record. I think yesterday. I really think if he wanted to, he could perform at a high level at least one more year, if not 2 more years. If he wanted to.
You owe that man an apology.
Oh yeah, because I was totally on the John Cena's washed, subscriber list. I was saying he was washed. He can't hack it anymore. I mean, look at what he was producing. You know, look at when he lost to Austin Theory at WrestleMania 3 years ago. What kind of match was that? It was horrible.
Yeah. No, yeah.
He couldn't do anything in the ring because he was so tied up into his filming career that he couldn't risk the possibility of getting hurt. And yeah, he's still making movies, but the guy's going all out for this retirement tour towards the later half here.
And you could tell that he knows the heel run was a failure. So you could tell like he's doing everything he can to like make up for the first half, and I think he's done like a great job because it's like you said, outside of like the Brock match since he's been a babyface, like dude, he's been putting on like classics, and I think he's gotten people to open their eyes like oh shoot.
Yeah.
Like forgive me, I thought this guy was washed. Never mind, he still got it.
Exactly. Currently watching the Dodgers. Oh, Freddie Freeman home run. Freddie Freeman home run in Game 1 versus the Brewers. Top of the 6th.
Get back on top. How do I?
Freddie Freeman home run.
How do
Let's go Dodgers.
How do I meet this guy?
This is not the LA Sports Roundup. Oh, this is Wrestling with Ryan. My bad. I'm sorry.
Yes. You can talk about that in your other pod.
Oh yes, exactly.
And I'm fine. Like, of course, like you. I'm not gonna get like upset because it's like you're still doing what you do. But come on, we're talking wrestling right now.
Okay. Yes, we are talking wrestling. I will say this. I would like to do right now is kind of rank after. We're not going to count the WrestleMania match with Cody. I think probably let's say, okay, his match with Randy was good, right? It was kind of like the first, like, oh my god, like okay, yeah, like he kind of, you know, at least we thought at the time of, oh, maybe this is the best John Cena can do. I would give that probably a C+, a B- grade. The match with Punk probably B+, right?
Oh yeah.
The tag team match with Logan Paul and Jey Uso and Roman, was it Jey Uso and Roman? Cody. Yeah, that was okay. That was whatever. But the Logan Paul match,
yeah, because you had Logan Paul in that match. That's why that match was
future world champion. But I digress.
No.
Yeah.
I'll if you guys haven't noticed, I'll never shy away from an opportunity to talk crap about Logan Paul.
Oh, because you know Ryan loves Logan Paul. You know,
no, I hate him.
The earth guy. But
I hate him.
The one-on-one match with Logan Paul, excellent.
Oh yeah, no, that match was great. I think like seeing it hit like some moves, it's like damn, like it makes you wonder, like not even talking to like this whole time, just talking like his whole career in general. Just imagine the matches and like the quality of the matches he would have had if he wasn't held back in terms of his moveset.
Exactly. Oh yeah. But then his match with Cody, where he lost the title, started bringing horrible memories. But for you, A+.
Yeah, no, that match was, and I think the one thing that really helped was having the stipulation. I think that really helped that match a lot.
Yeah.
And like I think that match also showed like, because that match was almost like 40 minutes. So I think that match also showed like okay, Cena can not only go, but he can wrestle long matches. Like he's not just like 15, 20 minutes tops. Like no, he proved like he can still wrestle like 30 plus.
Exactly. That was the first time where it really opened our eyes, thinking like, man, that's a throwback John Cena match.
Yeah, you know that match felt like it kind of reminded me of even though I haven't like I was like super young at the time, but it kind of reminded me of like his I Quit match with JBL in terms of like the intensity and aggressiveness.
Yeah.
And I think that and I think that was like the first big match that Cena had where people were like, okay,
yeah,
this guy, I think this guy is the future. Yeah.
Right, exactly, and that's where it really opened my eyes to. That match with that JBL match back in 2006. We're like, oh wow, John Cena can really be aggressive here. But going back to his current run here, I think the match with Sami Zayn, excellent, probably a B minus,
especially with
B+.
it being on a SmackDown.
Exactly.
Like that match was insane, especially for it being on a SmackDown.
Yeah.
And like, for that being Cena's last SmackDown ever, he really went out with a bang. Like I don't think there's a better way he could have ended his time on SmackDown.
Exactly. Yeah. And then what else am I forgetting here? The match with Brock is, it was whatever. It is what it is. I can give that a D plus. It didn't stink up the joint, but it wasn't great.
Yes.
And now you have this match, that we just saw it against AJ Styles.
Yeah, I remember because I had watched it. And you're like, I haven't watched it yet. I have to watch it back. And then after you watched it, you text me. You're just like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, if the match with Cody's an A plus, I don't even know what to give this grade because
dude,
plus.
Dude, this match was like, it was incredible. Everyone's like, oh, it's just a finisher fest.
No, it wasn't.
No, you're not a real wrestling fan if you think that. This was like legit. This was poetry. This was literally a love letter to wrestling.
The callbacks to all the different finishers, and I know John Cena's been doing that lately in his matches, but he really went all out with it. I mean, come on now. The Sister Abigail was emotional.
Oh, dude, he hit that. I don't think outside of Bray, I don't think I've ever seen a Sister Abigail hit so cleanly and smoothly than the one John Cena did.
And the little smirk he had on his face, like before he kissed AJ Styles on the forehead,
and then he got all the fireflies came out. That was a beautiful sight.
Oh yeah, and only really John Cena could have pulled that off. Like nobody else could have done that, besides maybe Bo Dallas.
Yeah, but like given the history, it's like Cena is like the one guy that could do it given his history because. He did a lot because Michael Cole had even mentioned, be like, oh yeah, he played a big part in Bray's career, like when he was coming up through like development and stuff. Like Cena was like one of the guys that was like kind of like helping him out and stuff.
I mean, they wrestled two WrestleManias together. One at WrestleMania
30.
WrestleMania 30, and then they were supposed to have another match at WrestleMania 37. But then it ended up being the Firefly Funhouse match because of COVID.
Yeah, the COVID one, the WrestleMania 36.
Mm-hmm. So 2 WrestleManias together. I don't know if John Cena's wrestled opponent 2 times at WrestleMania besides Bray Wyatt.
The Rock,
yes, obviously.
But yeah. Aside from them, yeah. And not to go too much off a tangent, but that Firefly Funhouse, that match was a beautiful sight to see, that match.
Well, I don't even know if I can call it a match. The Firefly Funhouse.
Yeah.
It was just a weird dream sequence.
But I do think the storytelling in that match was like amazing.
Right. It was.
So, but yeah, anyway, going back on topic. Yeah, no, this match with John Cena and AJ Styles, I know, and you know what they usually say? They're like, oh, when it's the last match, be like, oh, this will probably ruin their legacy or ruin their rivalry.
No.
Cena and Styles, they literally like put it all out. They've had 5 matches together. All of them have been great.
And I feel like each of them better than the others. I mean,
yes.
Royal Rumble will always be like their top match together.
And I appreciate that, like, just like at the Royal Rumble, they never left the ring. crown jewel, they never left the ring.
Exactly.
They literally did it all inside the ring, which I was like, that's so hard to do. To not only just to have like an entire match inside the ring, but also the storytelling, keeping it all inside the ring. That is not easy to pull off. So you got to give credit to Cena and Styles for being able to tell the story without leaving the ring.
Exactly. And kudos to AJ Styles too for pulling off, a banger of a match as well. John Cena just didn't go out there and wrestle a broomstick. I mean, AJ Styles is one of the greatest. He is one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, and I know AJ Styles, like, he's still a great wrestler, but I know some of his matches this year maybe haven't hit like they used to. This match was like the old AJ Styles.
Exactly. AJ Styles coming out in his old TNA gear.
I know that was a surprise to see. I was just like, "What, the shorts?" And then the intro that Cena wrote for him.
Oh yeah, very touching. I think AJ Styles didn't know that was coming.
He didn't. And there's the true definition of total nonstop action.
The face
the final and ultimate boss of the Bullet Club. You even saw AJ. He was like, "Oh shit!" You see his mouth. He's like, "Oh shit!"
Yep. Exactly.
So, the match was great. Apparently, Cena and Styles got a standing ovation when they got to the back. And in my head, I'm like, dude, that's a well-deserved standing ovation. Like,
I mean, these guys could have been the main event.
Oh, honestly, they could have. And I've been seeing a lot of people on Twitter and Instagram saying, if this was John Cena's retirement match, I don't think anybody would have complained.
Right, exactly. What a beautiful homage to their past, beautiful homage to Cena's past with the wrestlers that he's faced.
Yeah,
just a love letter to wrestling.
Yeah, and it was cool to almost see him hit the 619. Almost hit it. That dude, the fact.
We can talk about it, dude. There might be some foreshadowing in that now. I've always been the skeptical one saying no, it's not going to happen, but we're kind of coming to a point where it kind of looks like it might be happening, where it's going to be John Cena going for the elusive Intercontinental Championship against one Dirty Dom Mysterio.
And it sounds like the plan is going to be a Survivor Series, which is something totally different than, because literally like up until recently we were convinced that Cena was going to be part of the War Games match.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so I still love if he was, but if he faces Dom at Survivor Series and we're going to be there, especially if he wins the IC title, you already know I'm going to lose it.
If he wins the IC title at Survivor Series, then you could have the distinct honor of saying you saw him win number
17. 17.
Yeah.
The IC title.
Right?
Yes, sir.
He leads in. So Dom retains the Intercontinental Championship. And so then John Cena announces. He wasn't there for the live audience, but they did an announcement. And you can go ahead. You can finish it.
The last time is now tournament. It's going to have 16 names from Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and even faces that don't work for the company.
Yeah, some outside faces. That's an interesting little tidbit.
Interesting. And one thing I want to point out is Dominic was one of the people featured in the package for it.
Mm-hmm.
So that is very interesting, and especially because given the history, we've seen Dom call him out on Instagram and Twitter, and you know me, I really want to see it if this happens at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
If you thought me seeing Cena 117 was like a moment, imagine how I'm going to be if he wins the IC title at Survivor Series, and I'm there.
That's going to be an insane moment. Dang, dude. You've seen him winning the number 17, the WWE Championship, and then witnessing the IC title, which would be amazing to watch. And I think really does it. I think, the next program for the Intercontinental Championship, it all makes sense. It is for John Cena to challenge. Now, at the beginning of the year, I was telling you, heck no, he's never going to challenge for the Intercontinental title. That's so below him.
And you even said he doesn't need it.
He doesn't need it.
I know, and I agree with you. I don't think he needs it. But I think they just want to be like, nah, he's accomplished everything in WWE, but one thing, and I think that's the story they want to tell. But there's one thing he hasn't accomplished.
Exactly.
And that's winning the IC title. And I feel like that's the story they're gonna go with.
Mm-hmm.
oh, there's one thing he hasn't accomplished, and the question is going to be like, can he do it? Can he finally win the Intercontinental Championship? Because people thought, even some people were saying, be like, nah, he's not winning 17. There's no way he's winning 17.
Yeah. Which, so he has John Cena is coming back November 10th.
Yes, November 10th in Boston.
In Boston.
By the way, his hometown.
So I believe that's where he set up the Intercontinental title match for Survivor Series.
I agree with you. Yep.
And then Madison Square Garden, you can have a tag team match, Cena and somebody else versus Dom and his partner, probably Finn Balor or JD.
Maybe Cena and Penta.
Cena and Penta would be good.
Because you got history there.
Yeah, exactly. And I think